Hi guys, Alex, Peak Performance Reviews. Welcome to another vlog and welcome to another different one, me sitting in the studio again. I just wanted to kind of give you another update because I've been talking about it a little bit but I haven't updated you recently, and that's about my 94 Toyota Supra. So I've been yapping on about how I've got this Supra. I've even done some build videos, and if you haven't seen them, I'll give you part one up there now. But yes, I've been going on about it for 2 or 3 years, probably since the inception of even the channel. However, you've only seen snippets of when I was building the car and then when I sent the car off to Full Throttle Performance. So obviously it's been a while. It's been actually at Full Throttle Performance for around a year, which is mind-blowing. I can't believe it. I mean, it feels like ages since I took it off the road, which was basically since I started racing, or since I got my race license, my international and national race license. It's been a cross between having time and probably finances at the time as well, really, but it's probably more the time than anything. Racing and building a car and maintaining a car, getting it ready for all your kind of different drivers is so time consuming and expensive. Racing is really expensive, but mainly time consuming, that I hadn't had time and chance to continue doing stuff to the Supra. I got to a point where I just couldn't build it and couldn't do stuff to it myself anymore because it was so time consuming, and I ended up just saying, right, I've got to take it to someone. I've got to take it to someone I really trust, someone I know now, I've started to know for years, someone who's got a really amazing Supra themselves, and that's Al at Full Throttle Performance. So I ended up taking it to Full Throttle Performance and decided on what needed to be done. I had a load of collective parts that I wanted doing. The car went into full throttle completely working, no problems whatsoever, but it had been laid up for quite a bit of time, so it needed some maintenance while it was in their hands. But basically what I had left to put on the car was some mad racing rocker covers or breather covers with huge fittings that then run to a mad catch can, an uprated power steering setup with bigger cooler for the power steering, also huge new Teflon larger lines feeding a triple pump powerhouse racing setup with triple E85 approved Walbra 485 litre fuel pumps. So there's 3 in the rear in the in tank from Powerhouse Racing. That's a triple hanger, and also into a dual feed large Powerhouse Racing dual feed fuel rail with bigger 1300X ID injectors. So a much bigger setup than what I had before, and basically a setup that would be designed to take around 1300 horsepower. I also had a brand new manifold, and the reason why I bought a very different manifold to anyone as well. It's called a Sound Performance F1 manifold, and it's built in a certain way to have such a different sound, almost like a higher end raspy kind of sound, but still the unique signature 2JZ sound, but really different to anything that's out there. And I've already heard some sound bites of it, and I'll give you a little clip from Full Throttle of it just pulling out of the garage now. And yeah, basically Al and the guys at Full Throttle just inboxed me the other day a video of it coming out of the garage. So it was the first time it was running under its own steam with everything on, with the new SP F1 manifold with twin external wastegates. That was all new, so the manifold was new, the twin TL44 MVR wastegates were all brand new. And then also bolted onto that beautiful new manifold system, I decided that I wanted to up the ante, up my game, and go for a slightly bigger turbo than what I had before, and I wanted to go for something ridiculously amazing. And the problem with going with big power and wanting big power And when I say big power, I'm talking, you know, between 1,000 and 1,300 horsepower capability, which is what the manifold, the fuel system and the turbo was designed for. It's so hard to have a car that isn't, you know, a really laggy car. Even if you end up having a built head, which I have, and I'll give you links in the bio to the full spec of the car, but I'm going to do more on the spec of the car and walk around with the car when I get it back. But it's a huge, like, 4-page A4 page, like, mods list, and it's a fully built, huge, like, capable built motor. So much to it. I'm not going to babble on about it now. Built head from, you know, like, say, bottom to top or top to bottom. So you've got a built head which is capable of probably spinning to around 9,000 RPM. You can even spin it further than that, but when you're talking 1,000 to 1,300 horsepower range, every RPM increase is an amplification on how much how brutal it can be on the con rods and the pistons and everything, the bearings. So we kind of want to cap it at around 8,000, so I think that's what we're going for. It could easily probably rev out to that, but the turbo match into the VE, or the volumetric efficiency of the motor, is probably matched to only really give me the spool of when it starts and up to around 8,000. The turbo that I've bought, which is a PTE or Precision 6870 turbo, they kind of run out of efficiency and flow typically around the 8,000 RPM mark, and they can get a little bit lazy after that, so it's pointless really pushing it beyond that. But we'll have a really big wide power band on that turbo all the way up to 8,000. So we were and used to run 7,500, even though we were really built for more. The old turbo was lazier to the point of 7,500 it ran out and was lazy anyway, so we never extended it. So we're now extending it to 8,000. What that gives us is it gives us a huge power band, but it also gives us good capability in gear, so we're able to stay in gear for longer, which also means that it's better for things like half-mile runs, which we're going to do really soon. So yeah, I've got a PTE Precision 6870 turbo. It was known originally in the Supra fields not too long ago as what they called the God Turbo, and not everyone would have heard that saying, but the reason being is it has a competition spec grade cartridge internally, and it is a super expensive turbo for its size, but there's a reason for it, and there's a reason why you'd spend that money, because it is just basically absolutely awesome. So first and foremost, most awesome, fairly expensive turbos have billet wheel turbos. What that means is they are capable of flowing much more easily and large amounts of air, more freely, more easily. But this 6870 has a forged wheel, so it's even better than billet, and there's not many turbos that have that, a forged wheel. Normally it's the competition turbos that have that, and they're often very high cost, which it was for its size, but it just, what it does is it means that because it has that that cartridge, that competition cartridge, it means that it ends up having such a power band. And I'll tell you why I needed that power band. I've built the car to go around track, and I'll show you a quick track video.
No, it's a shame.
Yeah, you can get a Super 2000.
Because I love circuit, I race, but obviously I'm not going to race the Supra per se, although I may be taking it into time attack for a round or two, maybe with the intention to do a lot more in future years. but it has to go around track because I use it for track days and as well as other cars. So I want it to go around track fast. Now, if you have a dustbin lid size turbo, typically that flows 1,000 to 1,300 horsepower, normally it's going to be a lag fest. It's going to be on a track. It's just going to be awful. It's going to be a dog. This 6870 turbo with all the built motor and the built head will allow me to have a real huge power band that will be great on track, half mile, VMAX events and top speed runs, etc. So that's why I went that way with the turbo. So it also has dual ceramic ball bearings, phenomenal. So dual ceramic bearing turbo. So it's just the flexibility of that turbo and the all-round capability is just immense and off the chart. So yeah, like I say, super stoked and excited to have that back from Full Throttle. It's been MOT'd recently as well, passed, so it's all ready to go. We're just looking to get the last bit done, which is the tuning. So full tuning coming really soon. I'm going to give you the numbers. I'm going to do another video about that, about the dyno session, hopefully some video. I might have to get the other guys to do that because I can't go into where Romain Levesque from Race Cal tunes. So hopefully we'll get you some videos from the tune and from the dyno, and we're going to get some pump fuel numbers and some race fuel numbers, and then we're going to go to terminal velocity. We are booked in for terminal velocity, I think it's 10, which is in about a month's time, and yeah, watch out for that because that's coming soon. We're going to be doing the half mile. There's going to be some 1,000 horsepower cars, some crazy cars, quick exotic cars and all kinds, so it's going to be really, really good. So yeah, I look forward to it. It's going to be mega. Just wanted to give you an update on the Supra. Good content on the Supra is coming, so keep an eye out on that. But yeah, that is the end of the video really. I just wanted to say and give you a quick update. So I just want to say thank you so much for watching. As always, like, share, comment and subscribe, and we'll see you again in the next one. Bye for now.